Hi guys, Zaccubus here again with another concept idea for the next Unreal tournament, and this is to have essentially maybe floating health bars on the player model or the enemy player model in the spectator mode client, because I think it's very imperative that we are accessible to a wider audience in the next Unreal tournament. I think everybody should be able to view it from a beginner's point of view to a pro's point of view and understand exactly what is going on the screen. And I think deathmatch games sometimes can be hard to translate what's going on in the damage department. Now, to a new viewer that's never seen Unreal Tournament before, the damage system could seem very inconsistent. 1 minute a shot combo instantly annihilates somebody, but the next they could be surviving at least 4 of them because he has armor. But this is because you can't always keep up with all the action that's going on, since you can only follow one point of view in a deathmatch game. You can't see what the enemy is doing all the time, and that he's picking up multiple armors across the map, and hence why he's more survivable. Now you may be thinking, well, isn't it important for the shoutcasters to translate that information? And yes, it is, but the thing is, you might not have a shoutcaster that speaks your native language, or you might be deaf, or your sound is just suddenly stopped working on your computer and you can't fix it. So you need to be visually easy to understand for every user, whether it be a pro or a casual, that everybody can understand who is dictating the pace of the game. And in my opinion, the games that are the most visually appealing and easy to understand on a visual level only are the fighting games genre. And Street Fighter is one of those games that everybody pretty much understands. If you've played a game before and seen a health bar before, you get Street Fighter. You just understand it straight away. And for a non-gamer that's never seen it before, well, I'd guess maybe 1 or 2 rounds in and you'd pretty much understand the system straight away. It's 2 people beating the crap out of each other, and each hit that you land, more health drops from their health bar. So you may not understand the game mechanics of Street Fighter, like what all the special moves do and stuff, but you can understand how much damage they do now. So a big like sweeping kick or something does this amount of damage, and you know that this person can't take too many more of those, so they have to play safe. And I think this is what Unreal Tournament needs to translate well with, like a shot combo, for instance, or a headshot. I mean, a headshot is one of the hardest things to understand, because usually in gaming terms, if you get hit in the head, you're instantly dead. But Unreal Tournament, you can survive headshots. It can be confusing for the viewer. Now, if we remove the health bar, it becomes a whole different story for Street Fighter. We can't understand who's dictating the pace or who's winning, or when somebody needs to play defensively or play really aggressively. You lose so much of that information just by losing that health bar. Yes, you'd probably understand it if you played the game. You'd understand how far ahead you were, like you do in Unreal Tournament right now. But for the viewer, which is the most important part about making an esport, you have no idea what's really happening. Now, I remember being pasted this link a long time ago, and you know, all I could take out of this information at the time, because I wasn't a Street Fighter player, was the health bars. I understood the health bars, and I knew that Ken right now has no health whatsoever and he is going to die no matter what. Until this moment happened, of course, in the famous Justin Wong Daigo game, and I was blown away by it, and I wanted to learn more about Street Fighter, and I kind of want that feeling that that game just had in Unreal Tournament. I think we can translate that very well with just simply putting a health bar in. When you see somebody on that pixel bit of red health that is able to shoot back and get that comeback, it's going to be visually appealing to people that don't necessarily have sound or don't understand what else is going on in the game in terms of the damages or the armors, but they will be able to understand that one moment where that guy on the smallest amount of health was able to turn it around on the most impossible chance. So I've done a couple of different ideas, but this is the basic version. This is the standard health bar, which is always on, follows you everywhere, and ticks down once you get hit. This version is for somebody that doesn't want to see a health bar all the time, and basically it's a fade function on it, so once you get hit, after a couple of seconds it fades away, dissipates, etc. This is another less intrusive version of the health bar. It just flashes quickly the colour of health remaining. This next one is just a combination of the first 3 put together, so you're just visually more aware of what's happening. The next one is essentially a bright screen that's always on, showing your health at all times. And the last one is essentially the player model becomes the HP bar. As you see, the more you hit, the more it ticks down. And you could do this in the reverse way, so you're left with the head glowing red instead. Now, I'd love to see this implemented as a toggle on and off feature in the game for Unreal Tournament. Team Fortress has a very similar system. But you can see the health bars here, and it can get confusing if the health bars are overlapping. You can't tell who's got that much health in a big team fight. So it's interesting because I think I'm leaning towards more the bright skin hit scan. As soon as you get a hit, it flashes up with a color representing how much HP you have left. I think that may be the better option out of the two if possible. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the idea. Does it have any merit? Does it make any sense? Is it stupid? Just let me know. And if you've got any ideas to improve it as well, we've also, I think, we've got to include the armors into that system as well if we were to implement it. Of course, the shield belt kind of works that way already, so yeah, it's kind of odd. So it's already in the game in some way. But to really show the rest of the health, I think it's important for new players to sort of feel engaged and understand what's happening in a big fight.